big issue in Baltimore, keeping kids in school. That was the focus of Baltimore City Council and the city school system today. They're looking at a new bill to fight chronic absenteeism among Baltimore students. WMER2 News' Elizabeth Worthington was at the committee hearing on the issue today. Elizabeth, what do they want to accomplish?
Yeah, Kelly, well, the City Council wants the school district to conduct a study identifying the root causes of chronic absenteeism and then put together a list of ways to address the problem. Since this has been going on for so long, we asked, why does the school system need a City Council bill to make this happen? Playing hooky once in a while is one thing, but missing school enough times to be considered chronically absent by the state points to a deeper issue. And that applies to nearly half, 48.7% of students in the Baltimore City public school system. That number is down from about 54% the previous school year.
It is a sign of progress, and it is still unacceptable. We need to make sure every single child in our city is getting the education that they are guaranteed by the state of Maryland.
The City Council put forth a new bill this year that would require the school system to conduct a study identifying root causes of chronic absenteeism and ways to fix them. One of the major causes is transportation troubles. The school system has an agreement with the Maryland Transit Administration to get kids to school. The council president, Zeke Cohen, says it sometimes takes more than an hour and a half for students to get there.
And to me, that's not a good enough outcome. And so what I'd like the MTA to do is come to the table with city schools, with city council, with the mayor, with all of us to really think about, are we optimizing the routes our kids are taking to get to school?
There are plenty of other reasons why students miss school, but to find out those reasons, the school has to ask. But apparently that's not always done. Consistency with tracking absences and notifying parents when their child isn't in class varies from school to school.
I have noticed when my own kid is absent, they don't ask why. And I think it would be helpful to be able to parse and understand what are the macro trends.
What's the plan for improving that?
I think the most important strategy we have is really making sure we're working with the individual school level to figure out what are the specific barriers of the students in their school.
City Schools Chief of Staff Allison Perkins says they have attendance teams who do home visits and engage with families to offer support. But there's still a long way to go for a problem that's been going on for years. We asked Perkins why a city council bill was needed to do this work. She said there's only so much that can be done within the confines of the schoolhouse.
That's where we need partners through the city council bill to help us with the more structural things, barriers to transportation, health issues that our families might be experiencing, joblessness, those kind of things.
The bill moved forward unanimously today. There are still a few more steps to go before it passes, but there does not seem to be much opposition from any of the parties involved.
And I'm going to think, like many parents will be, another study. Now, I know transit is a problem. It seems like there's a lot of roadblocks in the way of addressing those issues.
Yeah, so one of them is the MTA administrator talked about today. They're actually federally prohibited from providing school-only service. So that option is off the table. And if they want to change the routes pretty drastically to cater to students, that would come at a cost to the riders who rely on public transit, just regular people trying to get to their jobs, and public transit is supposed to be for everyone. So that is also a difficult option. President Cohen also asked the school district, what about offering those yellow school buses to everyone? Because right now they're just offered to special ed students or students who live a certain distance away, just a select group of people. She said that really isn't an option. It's just way too expensive.
Wow, that is awful. All right, thanks a lot, Elizabeth.